Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this presentation of Novato Project Basketball here on the Crucial Baskets Network. I'm Raymond Sims coming to you from the Toyota Center in downtown Houston, Texas for today's game, the second game out of the West Group between the Phoenix Suns and the Houston Rockets. Hope it's been a happy Monday for you. The Rockets having a very hectic one. They have to win this game. This is their second of two games in the group stage, and if they lose this game, they are out of contention for the West Group final. And the Suns will have a chance to take on the Lakers and determine the seeding from there. Rockets win the tip, so that's a good start, and we're underway from Houston. Glad you could join us here on the Crucial Baskets Network. It's Durant going baseline, lays it up past Gordon, but misses, and the rebound by Domantas Sabonis. John Wall pushing it up the floor, and he cannot be stopped. He was almost stopped. A near poster, but the ball eventually finds its way in, all the same. So the Suns are on the board first here in Houston. Here's Will Barton, his first touches of the game. Kicks it out, Gerald Green. Three rolls in and out, and the rebound by the actual Houston Rocket, James Harden, who was able to find Aaron Gordon for the nice pass and the bunny layup. So quick 4-0 lead here for Phoenix. Houston comes back home after losing 116-110 to the Lakers in Los Angeles. Held a very big lead against Los Angeles in the second quarter, but the Lakers slowly chipped away, and it ultimately came away with the win. Green, top of the key, misses off the heel of the rim, pulled down by Aaron Gordon. Here's Wall. Very potent backcourt here, obviously, for Phoenix, with John Wall and James Harden operating out of the back. Here's Wall for three, able to knock it down, and it's a 7-0 start here for the Suns. Not good news for the Houston Rockets early on. 10:15 remaining in the first. Green on the wing. Jordan rolls, but Sabonis is all over him. Great pick and roll coverage. Green forces the issue and pays for it. As Domo sends it out of bounds, it'll remain with the Rockets, but it's the message that matters on that one. Jordan set the inbound bounce pass to Barton. 5 on the shot clock. Cross-court pass, Green. Past Ingram, pulls up, free throw range. And the Rockets finally on the board after 7 unanswered. Wall facing up against Lillard. Couple of size-up moves, 10 on the shot clock. Wall being patient, sees Lillard, doesn't step up, and makes him pay. 10-2 in favor of the Suns. Lillard bringing it up the floor. He paced the Rockets with 25 points against LA. Gets it to Durant, who was right behind him with 19. Meanwhile, Barton and Green with 14 points apiece. Pull-up jumper, bounces all over the rim and out. Rebound Sabonis. Ingram on the run. Rockets have numbers. It's Harden in the corner, too. If it's good, it is. 10-point game, and Brad Stevens definitely has to call a timeout. Those shooting stats are there on that Chiron. Prove it all. 5 for 5 from the field of the Suns, while the Rockets have only been able to complete 1 field goal. We'll see if the Rockets can draw up something and get better out of the timeout. 12-2, 9:04 remaining in the first. This is the Novato Project on the Crucial Baskets Network. Welcome back to Houston. Rockets in need of this win to stay in contention to make the group final. But they are way behind out of the gate. Stumbling out of the gate, 1 of 6 from the field. Green can't make things better, 1 for 7. Meanwhile, the Suns have yet to miss a field goal, led by John Wall's 8. Lillard going to have to step up the defensive effort here to help get his team back into it, because Wall's on fire right now. We'll see how the Rockets play him out of the break. Meanwhile, Aaron Gordon nearly losing the ball. Time running out on the shot clock. Durant with the rejection, and Gordon not able to get a shot off in time. Shot clock violation, so some improved defensive coverage there by the Rockets. And luckily for them, it's 8.5 left in the first. So it was really a matter of just chipping away, taking it one play at a time. Game's not over yet. Just not a good start for the Rockets. Handoff here for Lillard. He was going to drive, but Sabonis got his hand in there. He's called for the reach-in foul. One of the reasons for Houston's downfall in the game against Los Angeles were the turnovers. 17 turnovers to LA's 5. Let's see if they can clean things up here in this game. Pull-up jumper, Harden, good with those. People here in Houston know that, but not able to get the shot off. Here's Jordan bringing it up the floor. He's done a lot of that here in the Novato Project, though he only came away with 6 points. Just because he's bringing the ball up the floor doesn't mean he's not ripping down the boards. He had 24 against the Lakers. Green on Ingram. Harden around the screen, just enough of an opening off the heel of the rim, and Durant is there for it. And here's Jordan. Oh, misses the dunk. And no call on the play. Also, should be noted, while Jordan hits the deck. We'll see if the Suns can capitalize on this. Pulls up the miss. Sabonis can't get the shot either. Apparently during the timeout, Clutch put a couple of lids on both of the baskets. Jordan facing up, hands it off to a cutting Durant, and somebody finally scores again out of the timeout. The collective scoring drought is over. Now the Suns going to see if they can extend the lead back to double digits. 12-2 was the largest, now at 8. Wall was on fire pre-timeout. Gordon for 3 as they seek out other offensive options, and Gordon misses that front rim. Barton in the corner. Just the right amount of opening as he's able to knock down the tray. Back to 5. Rockets able to cut the deficit in half. See how the Suns respond here. Wall taking it himself. Forces it past Lillard. Rebound Sabonis. The foul. Just the foul. No goaltending on the play. Domantas Sabonis has worked hard on the boards, but hasn't been able to score, put one in the basket yet. Domantas Sabonis of the Indiana Pacers came in that trade, that Paul George trade, alongside Victor Oladipo. Oladipo, of course, got a lot of the shine, rightfully, as the most improved player of the year last season, but Sabonis also made huge strides in his development in the NBA. The son of Arvydas Sabonis, a Lithuanian basketball legend. Domantas just trying to carve out an NBA career in his own right, has the tools, seems to be having the production after one season. So all the best to him in the future as he's able to knock down both free throws and extend the lead to 7 with 6:08 remaining in the first. It's Durant bringing the ball up the floor now. Couple of size-up moves, see if he can get past Gordon. Able to get the first step, pulls up. No, Jordan, the putback is good. Just under the halfway mark here in the first quarter. Brandon Ingram's been quiet, but that's because other players have done the heavy lifting for him. Wall goes straight to the bucket and draws the foul, and it's Jordan again, his second, and Houston's second team foul. So Jordan already in foul trouble here. One of the things that gave the Rockets the huge advantage early in the game against the Lakers was the free throw discrepancy. They got to the line at one point, it was an 11-to-1 ratio. But then the Lakers started getting more aggressive and things started evening out, and then the Lakers were able to take advantage and ultimately get the win. So Jordan in foul trouble. He'll sit out. And it'll be Eric Moreland to come into the game. 15-9 Suns. Wall. Can't get into double digits, missing the second free throw. So 15-9 with 5.5 left in the first quarter. Lillard's having a rough time defending him in the early going. And hasn't really scored yet. Can't change that. Green able to get the putback. 4-point game, so despite a rough start, the Rockets starting to make the effort to get back into things. Gordon on the block, looking for it. Finally gets it from Ingram. Turnaround fader over the 7-footer, and Gordon's able to score. Here's Lillard. Quick jab step. Didn't take advantage of the jab step, just drove directly out of the triple threat. But all the same, he's able to score, and he'll have the opportunity for the and one. And not much argument out of John Wall. Huge swap here for the Suns.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
5-man swap out. So a whole new 5 here for the Suns. We'll see if they can maintain this 4-point lead. And make that 3 off the completed and one opportunity. Some interesting faces here for the Suns. Dennis Smith Jr., chief among them. Here's Andre Iguodala, the veteran here of this second unit. Not often looked to score. On the block there, Larry Nance Jr. Oh, blocked by Jared Allen. Great rejection there on the perimeter. And the Rockets able to get the ball back. Step back, no good by Lillard. Here comes Smith the other way. Guarded by De'Aaron Fox, the Houston native. Larry Nance Jr. playing for his father's old team, the Suns. Just like he actually does in real life, playing for the Cavaliers. Here's Iguodala. Gets past Simmons. Pull-up jumper. Volleyed around into the hands of Nance Jr. Great hustle. Another possession here for the Phoenix Suns. A fresh 24. Of course, the NBA thinking about making that 14 in the future off of an offensive rebound. Time running out here. Cauley Stein going to have to put up the 3, and the air ball leads to the shot clock violation. One of the downsides here for this lineup that's currently out here for the Suns is that there's no score-first player out there, per se. Dennis Smith could probably get the job done, but as you saw, he wasn't even involved in that play. I don't even remember him getting the ball, getting the touch on that play there. So someone's going to have to be aggressive there. This lineup is really good defensively, but you do also have to score some points. As stated before, very good defensively as Iguodala gets the deflection. So they're going to have to create some offense, and they probably will have to soon with 2.4 left on the shot clock. Rockets in an unenviable position here. Inbounds it, Frazier. Locked in the corner. The miss and the rebound by Nance Jr. Under 3 minutes left here in the first quarter. There's Josh Hart facing up against Jonathan Simmons. Now to the wing to Smith. Ball to Iguodala, see if it's in his hands. Usually he can knock down a 3 in the corner. He's going to have to force this up, and that's off the heel of the rim and collected by Houston. Here's Fox against Hart. Kentucky versus Villanova. Now Moreland way out there. Almost put his foot on the line, but able to just dodge it. 4 on the shot clock. Frazier gets inside the paint. over Smith, and he'll get the rebound. Nance inside, Cauley Stein. Almost felt it home there on the block. But more ball movement here. Hart forces it up for three and knocks it down. Finally some points out of this lineup, as they've been able to hold the Rockets to at 14 points with their defensive prowess. Of course, coached by Heat coach Eric Spoelstra. He definitely knows a thing or two about teaching defense. Simmons forcing it, and he'll be able to get to the line.
At the line for your Rockets, Jonathan Simmons. 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
Second free throw good, so splits his trip at the line, does Jonathan Simmons. And now here come the Suns up the floor again. See if they can create something offensively. Smith for three, off the front of the rim. Rebound by Moreland. Pushed ahead. Fox baseline. The floater rejected. Still 16 on the shot clock coming out of the inbound, so it's plenty of time for the Rockets to work with. Three on the shot clock. The game has slowed down a lot as Frazier knocks down the three here in the final seconds of the first quarter. Tempo is definitely grinded to a halt here on both sides of the ball for both teams. Definitely playing for Spoelstra, definitely playing more into his hands than you would normally expect. Iguodala letting it fly. I believe that was a 2. Yes, it is. So a 4-point game here. Fox into the front court. Shot clock is off. Works it over Fox for three. Oh, off the side rim into the hands of Nance. Heaves this up and off the front of the rim, and that'll do it for the first quarter. So we had some action. It was mostly John Wall in the first half of the first quarter, but then things slowed down. We'll be back with more action after this. Welcome back to Houston. Just a 22-18 game as the second unit for both teams not exactly showing any scoring prowess. Instead, it's been a grind-out game here. Blocked by Allen. So Cauley Stein at the end of the first had a great block on De'Aaron Fox. A steal for Hart. And Hart taking it to the rack. Draws the foul. And it will be for one additional free throw. Suns, the last team to make their Novato Project debut. They've been waiting to get involved here. See if they can get a shot at the group final. Just because you're last doesn't mean you're the worst. And Hart not able to complete the three-point play It's early in the second quarter, and Houston still only has 18 points. Frazier weaving his way inside, but stopped. Has to retreat back out, finds Fox. Moreland back to Frazier. Has a little more space, he'll let it fly. Rebound, Cauley Stein. Smith ahead. Pull up mid-ranger. Oh, rattles in and out. Physics unfair to Josh Hart. Hart, the leading scorer of this unit, with 5. Here's Frazier. Drives inside, the floater. Off the rim, into the hands of Hart. Smith in the corner. Got it. And the lead balloons again. Now the Suns are up by 9 coming out of the break. Eric Spoelstra giving some new directives, and the Suns finally taking advantage, actually scoring. Making some stops now. Meanwhile, the Suns... Oh, the block by Nance. Well done. On the attempted layup by Fox. So the Suns back out on the run. Iguodala underneath. Kicks it out. Smith, same spot. 3. Oh, side rim. Rebound by Moreland. Rockets were down by as many as 10 early on. 12-2. Led by John Wall's 8 at that time. And then the Rockets started making a run. Then the second unit came in. And really, they haven't been able to deliver yet. Fox finally able to get inside and score. And he'll go to the line for one more.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And Fox able to complete the three-point play. Subs back in the game here. Some more offensively inclined players back in the game for both teams. As Harden turns the ball over off of a deflection by Simmons, so Phoenix able to keep the ball. And the starters, the front court for Phoenix. Check back into the game now. 9:48 remaining before halftime. Wall up top. Sabonis works it over. Harden not afraid to let it fly because a lot of the time it goes in. Three-pointer made by James Harden, and they reach the 30-point mark. De'Aaron Fox still running the point here for Houston. They're trying to get things going, but the rest of the starters are in the game right now. Durant, underneath, into traffic intended for Jordan. Now it's Wall on the run. The Euro step behind the back. John Wall. Incredible. And Houston, they're going to call a timeout on that one. Brad Stevens nor myself can believe what we just saw, but that nifty move by John Wall able to put the Suns back up by 11, 32-21. 9 remaining in the second. This is Novato Project Basketball on the Crucial Baskets Network. Welcome back to Houston. The Rockets down by 11, their largest deficit of this game. 20 on the shot clock coming out of the timeout. It's Barton up top. Fox still in the game in place of Lillard. Trying to drive inside, challenges Sabonis, and is fouled from behind by John Wall. That's Wall's second. 9 minutes left here, even in the second quarter. Wall with his second foul, but leading all scorers with 11 points, and his 11th point was an amazing behind-the-back Euro or hop step move. I get a replay of that.
Gentlemen, 2 shots.
But he comes away with 11 points, leads all scorers. Houston, though, they really need someone to take control. De'Aaron Fox, we'll see what he does here on the free throw. Misses the front rim. So, with that being said, currently Gerald Green is the leading scorer for Houston. He has 4 points. There's 4 different players, including De'Aaron, who have 3 points to their name, including Damian Lillard on the bench, and as well as Tim Frazier. And then Durant with only 2 points so far. You have to believe that at the very least Durant will not be held down for much longer. So Fox still has 3 after going 0 for 2 from the line. But luckily, the Rockets have another chance on offense as Sabonis overthrows James Harden for the turnover. And basically coming out of the backcourt here, since that's where the ball landed. So they have a chance to develop a half-court set here, see if they can get some momentum as we get closer to the end of the second quarter. So Durant, only 2 points to his name, 1 of 3 from the field. And gonna try to change that? No. Rough first half here for everyone involved pretty much on the Rockets. Not a lot of people looking good in white and red as Gordon knocks down the tray. He has 7. So this is now the largest lead of the game, 14. And then the steal by Wall. Wall stopped by Fox and gonna force the issue. And he will be rewarded with the foul. So Fox fouled by Wall on the baseline a couple of plays ago. And then Wall gets the favor right back, and he can extend his scoring lead. John Wall, the game-high leader, looking to pad that lead here at the line. 11 on 4-6 shooting. And now has 12. Really just none of the point guards for Houston have been able to be the answer to defend Wall. With I won't say all of them because I think Tim Frazier was not in the game when Wall was, off of the top of my recollection. However, De'Aaron Fox and Damian Lillard have not been able to answer the call so far against John Wall, who now has lucky number 13 points. And that's now a 37-21 lead as the largest lead continues to extend. Here's Durant going baseline. Oh, tried to throw the pass over his back, and that's what he gets. Trying to be flashy in traffic. Ingram pulls up. He's been quiet today, so they haven't needed his services as much. 7:44 remaining in the second. Green can't lose Ingram, so it's Jordan facing up against Sabonis. Durant wide open for 3. There he is, Kevin Durant for 3. Took a while, but maybe he'll get going. Just to re-emphasize the stagnancy of the Houston offense, just with that 3 alone, Durant went from 2 points to 5, and he now leads the Rockets in scoring. Gordon taking it to the rack. Rebound Durant. Lillard up top, back in the game, see if he's rejuvenated. Trying to work his way inside, bobbled it, but gets it back. Goes up against Wall on the block and can't score. 6:50 left in the second. Gordon against Durant, blocked by Durant, and then rebounded by Durant. Hands it off to Barton, though. And enough room for transition, passes it out, but Lillard almost bobbles it. Otherwise, that could have been a corner 3 right there. Rockets quickly regroup. The alley-oop took Gerald Green almost. Almost. And that could have been a momentum shifter. But instead, it's a miss. Harden pulls up. Can't get it. Sabonis there for the putback. 15-point game. And another timeout for Brad Stevens. Rockets look like they could probably get something going once Kevin Durant hit that three, but no, it's more of the same. 15-point game with 5:59 remaining in the second. This is Novato Project Basketball on the Crucial Baskets Network. Just under the halfway mark here in the second quarter, and the Rockets looking for some answers. Only 6 points in this quarter, as the Suns have played some great defense led by Eric Spoelstra, normally the coach of the Miami Heat. Rebound to Gordon. John Wall's been on fire here in this half, 13 points. Harden with only 5 because of Wall's dominance. Pulls up for the long two over Barton, doesn't fall. Rebound by Jordan. One consolation for Rockets fans to consider here in this game is that the Lakers were a team that was down by as much as 18 to this very Rockets team in the first half in their game against the Lakers, as Wall takes a steal. I'll finish my thought after the fast break jam. Just steals DeAndre Jordan's cookies and finishes with the double clutch. 15 points for Wall. This is not pretty. However, Lakers were down by a lot, and they were able to make that shift around this time in the second quarter. And they were able to chip away, got back into the game late in the third quarter, and then eventually ran away with it. So if Houston can make the right moves and the right changes, they can probably get back into this. Game's definitely not over. It's just not pretty either. Gordon for 3 in the corner, rolls out, pulled down by Jordan. That's the loose ball. That's a loose ball foul on Harden. His first personal of the game. Got a little too overzealous there trying to rebound the ball. 4:35 remaining in the second. Coming out of the timeout, and I'm certain that this percentage has changed. 29% from the field were the Rockets, 9-31 shooting. And the Suns haven't been the best on offense either at 41%. That's also below average. But the thing is, the Rockets have just been that much worse so far in the first half. Wall up the floor, off of the putback by Jordan. And Ingram thought about driving, tried to regroup and work his way back outside, but turned a little too wide. He is a lanky man, so those strides are a little too big. He's got to be able to control that. Backcourt violation. You don't see that every day when it's a ball handler, but all the same, it's a Suns turnover, and that could be opportune for the Rockets with 4 minutes left in the second. Durant pulling up free throw range. Got it. So Durant trying to get something going. 9 points leading the Rockets in this game. Durant being the leading scorer sounds more like right than what we had for much of this first half. And then Sabonis with the illegal pick. So another field goal could put the Rockets within double digits. Durant trying to lose Gordon down low. That doesn't work out. Jordan with the pump fake. That doesn't fool anybody. Here's Green in the corner, guarded by Ingram. 4 on the shot clock. Jordan with the screen. That only switches another 7-footer onto him. Rebound by Jordan, able to put that back up, but it doesn't fall. Rebound Gordon. Here's Ingram. Underneath, it's a bonus with the clear path to the basket. Some miscommunication on the screen, and that leads to more offense for the Suns, and it's back up to 13. Rockets got as close as 11 on this possession. They have to make sure they don't let go of the rope. Lillard, Wall all over him. 4 on the shot clock. Green sizing up, trying to be the answer. Off the back of the rim, and Aaron Gordon with another one. Gerald Green, 2 of 11. Not doing well in front of his hometown crowd. In fact, there's a number of Houstonians on the roster playing in front of their home crowd, and it looks like they haven't gotten enough home cooking yet. Off another Suns miss, though. Here's DeAndre Jordan, one of the Houstonians. You got Gerald Green, Jonathan Simmons, so on and so forth, as Will Barton knocks down a much-needed 3. And that's enough for Eric Spoelstra to call a timeout. Suns have bid up decisively. And Spoelstra wants to maintain that with 2:04 remaining in the second. This is Novato Project Basketball on the Crucial Baskets Network. Back in Houston, 10-point game with 2:04 remaining in the second quarter. Rockets back within 10 now. After being down by as many as 17, that double clutch dunk back around the 5-minute mark was what gave Phoenix their largest lead of the game. But 7-0 run here. Or not 7-0 run, 7-2 run, 9-2 run. Math not the best there. 9-2 run for the Rockets since that double clutch jam. Spoelstra calling a timeout for the Suns to see if they can stem the tide here. As said before, this was around the time that the Lakers started making moves to get back into the game. So it wouldn't be surprising to see the Rockets make the right moves to get back into it. Kevin Durant started getting more involved in the offense. He has 9 points so far. Damian Lillard, he's going to have to get more involved as well whenever he comes back in the game, with Frazier currently replacing him to close out the quarter. Hart goes up against Jarrett Allen and is able to draw the foul.
That's his first personal foul. Shooting for Phoenix, Josh Hart.
Hart is driving to the basket, a little more aggressive than what we saw out of him and the second unit back at the end of the first quarter. That was a little rough to watch, I will admit. But Josh Hart led that unit in scoring with 5 points, so he can extend that now. Talked about the Houstonians on the Rockets roster. That roster also has some Texas University connections. Jarrett Allen and Kevin Durant both went to the University of Texas, for instance. The Suns, made up of a lot of players who are with Arizona connections. So, for instance, you have Larry Nance Jr., whose dad played for the Phoenix Suns, but you also have Andre Iguodala and Aaron Gordon, who played at the University of Arizona, which is in Phoenix, a couple hours south of that. But still, a lot of these teams made up somewhat with hometown or collegiate connections in mind. And it makes for an interesting mishmash of players and styles and talents. And really, the Novato Project is all about seeing what comes out of it. Suns seems to be working for them just fine. They're up by 12 with under a minute remaining in the first quarter. Here is that former Wildcat, Iguodala. Can't get the shot up and over the former Houston Cougar, Jonathan Simmons. Fox taking it to the rack, lays it up and in, back to 10. 25 seconds, so a second between shot clock and game clock here. And it's Dennis Smith. No Arizona connection from Fayetteville, North Carolina, NC State. Just a good point guard. Very interesting point guard that people want to see grow, and it can be very exciting. We'll see if he can get aerial here in the Novato Project, depending on how far the Suns get and how much more involved Dennis Smith gets. Larry Nance can fly too. We saw both of them in the dunk contest last season. So that's the half for you. Suns dominant pretty much the whole way, up as many as 17, currently up by 10 as we head to the locker rooms. We'll have the halftime report, then come back with more action from Houston after this. Welcome back to Houston. Game 2 out of the West Group as the Suns make their debut, and they're looking pretty impressive in the process, ahead by 10 coming into the third quarter, up by as many as 17 at one point. James Harden lets it fly on his normal home court, but misses off the front rim. Oh, but the Suns get it back. Here comes Ingram to the rack. Statue of Liberty layup off the glass and in. So Suns pick up where they left off here. 15 points for Wall, leading all scorers. And, of course, the Suns. Then you have Harden and Hart both with 7 points to their name. DeAndre Jordan directly under the basket. That was too close for him. He needed just a little more range. He's not just an under-the-basket guy. Sometimes he needs a little space to get that arch up and in. But the game back to a 10-point game. Not a pretty game offensively. I think that's credited both to the Suns' defense and some of the Suns' hesitancy on offense. Though they have had their fair share of bricks. Coming out of the half, these percentages have since changed. But at the half, the Suns shot 38% from the field, while the Rockets shot 33%. Durant with the three rattling in and out. Now Harden letting it fly. And the superstars just not able to hit from range here early on. And that's going to take a ding to the percentages as well. Harden thought he had the opportunity to intercept that pass. Good deflection, but it will remain with the Rockets with 15 on the shot clock. Ball in the corner to Jordan. And another steal for Wall on the fast break windmill jam. Are you kidding me? That is 2 steals early on here in the third quarter for John Wall. Sometimes you think that a player is going to lose some of their luster coming out of the halftime in terms of production. And it seems like John Wall has ramped it up. And of course, a bugaboo for him has been his fouls. He had 2 in the first half, so this is his first one in the second half. That's something he might have to be careful with. But other than that, John Wall has been amazing. One all-star point guard who's almost essentially been locking up this all-star point guard, a player who was in the fringe talks of MVP, the fringe talks for MVP, so by extension, he ended up making the All-NBA first team in Damian Lillard. One of his better seasons on record. But of course, much of the talk has been about his performance in the first round of the playoffs against the New Orleans Pelicans. His Blazers ended up getting swept after claiming the 3rd seed. Pelicans backcourt of Drew Holiday and Rajon Rondo really putting the work to him defensively, and Lillard struggled for much of the series as a result. Seems like more of the same here. This time it's just Wall. Oh, double team off the screen, but Wall's not going down easy, so a little disagreement there, but cooler heads prevail, and we'll have a jump ball between DeAndre Jordan and John Wall. Think I know who's going to win this one, and it is absolutely Houston. But it will be easy to see how they scheme for John Wall here in the second half. Looks like they're going to have to work a little harder, though. Sabonis with the steal, this time connecting on the cross-court pass. He couldn't connect with James Harden in the first half on the pass, but John Wall had the hands. And he's able to draw the foul on Lillard.
Take a break.
It's really been about the defense turning into offense for the Suns here early on in the third quarter. We're only 2.5 minutes in. But 3 steals leading to 3 transition possessions. Granted, Wall could be in trouble once the game slows down again and the Suns have to work in the half court. As we saw in that one half court possession, look like they're going to double team him off the screen, force the other players to perform. They haven't necessarily had to outside of Sabonis with some putbacks. But for now, the Suns still in control. 14-point game, 9:31 left in the third. This is Novato Project basketball on the Crucial Baskets Network. And we're back in Houston, 53-39. The Rockets have not been able to make any inroads here in the second half coming out of the locker room. Brad Stevens, a very good coach, great with adjustments. You have Kevin Durant, one of the best pure scorers in the league. Damian Lillard, also a dynamic scorer as well, and they just have not been able to collectively get going. Durant going to try to start something. He's able to lay it in off the assist from DeAndre Jordan. So it's a 12-point game. Still within arm's reach, but the Rockets have yet to turn the corner as John Wall has been dominating in more ways than one here for the Suns, not just in terms of scoring. They're trying to double him for now, and we'll see if that works. Harden, Gordon, and Hart all have 7 points in this game, so those are the guys who are tied for second in scoring. We'll see if anybody steps up for the Suns. Harden has struggled today, 3 of 10 from the field, 1 of 5 from beyond the arc. Pass to Durant, not clean, but he gets it. Kick out Lillard, tries to drive. Now it's Barton, rattles out. Offensive board for DeAndre Jordan. Another chance here for the Rockets. See if they can figure out something. The Suns have been great on defense. Here comes Green, stopped underneath. Hands it over Jordan, back out. A little bit of daylight for Durant, and he scores. Back to 10. That's as close as the Rockets have been able to get here in recent standing. Trying to see if they can make a stop here and get within single digits. That could be huge. Gordon with the drive. Hands it off Sabonis under the basket. Deflected by Durant. Here's Green on the run, pushing through. Underneath is Lillard. That's blocked by Wall, but the offensive board by Gerald Green. He'll step back. Mid-ranger, no. And the rebound by Wall. Harden, scoop layup, no, but Sabonis for another putback, and this one's a slam. 12-point game. The Rockets missed out on a huge opportunity underneath the basket to get into single digits, and instead it swings back in favor for the Rockets, or for the Suns. Ingram tightly on Green. Lillard for 3 with Wall's hand out. It doesn't matter. And finally, back within single digits are the Rockets with 7:05 remaining in the third quarter. Legal screen away from the ball. It's Aaron Gordon. Call for the foul. Rockets slowly making the run. Down by as many as 17, trying to copy what the Lakers did to them in the first game of the Novato Project out of the West Group. And also, this bears repeating, the Rockets need this win. If they go 0-2, they're done. Harden with the steal in transition, blocked by Barton, but they'll call the shooting foul. Barton, hot on the trail, tried to make the chase down rejection, but a little too much hand on skin. And Harden will go to the line. We'll see if these free throws can get him back into the game. As I said before, he's not shooting well from the field in this game. Hasn't been able to get much going. Just 7 points to his name right now. James Harden, the MVP for the 2017-18 season. Able to get the first one. But again, the Rockets need to win this one. If they go 0-2, they're essentially eliminated from contention for the group final. And then the meeting between the Lakers and the Suns on Wednesday in Phoenix will basically just be a matter of determining seeding. As he's able to get both free throws, that's 9 for James Harden. And the Suns back up by 11. Here's Durant. Kicks it out. Barton, corner 3. Can't get him back into single digits. That would have been 8 right there. Oh, Ingram stands a little too wide on the catch. Foot was out of bounds, and that's a turnover for the Suns. Some front court subs. Gordon Sabonis out. Cauley Stein and Nance back in. Green driving, forcing the issue. Jonathan Simmons for three, rolls out into the hands of Nance. Just under 6 minutes left in the third. Suns trying to keep the Rockets at bay. They've threatened a couple of times. They've made a few runs, but they just haven't been enough so far. The Suns have been able to make just the right stop to take the air out of the balloon. Here's Harden inside. Is he hot? No, misses. Could have got double digits with that basket. Lost ball picked up by Harden. Here come the Suns the other way. Ball whizzing around. Nance takes it off the screen and roll. Wall in the corner for three. Rattles in. Back up to a 14-point game. And that three in particular, that has to hurt for the Rockets faithful here in Houston. Now it's Durant on the block. We haven't seen a lot of post play in this game, and we won't see any more as he kicks it out to Simmons. Can't get the off-balance two. It's Ingram on the run, and he's fouled as he was ready to attack the basket with vigor. So Gerald Green not happy with the call. Lillard trying to calm him down, but it has been a frustrating evening here for the Houston Rockets as their tournament lives are on the line. We're on the verge. If they can't turn that corner and get back in this game, we're seeing the Rockets for pretty much for the last time.
Shooting two.
First free throws in, 15-point game. So the Suns trying to recapture their largest lead of the game. 17, that's number still 17. And Ingram able to get the Suns within a point of that. Most of the second unit in the game for the Suns and for the Rockets. Actually, the entire second unit in the game for the Suns. Most of it for the Rockets. And we'll see if they can hang on here. But candidly, this could be a great opportunity for Kevin Durant. Shot misses. Rebound by Dennis Smith. Smith against Fox, NC State versus Kentucky. But Kevin Durant by a mile, the best player on the floor. He could really take advantage of this time that he has left. Whether or not he'll still be in the game, or rather not he'll come out of the game after the next dead ball. We'll see. The shot rattles in, and there it is. That's the largest lead of the game now with 18 off the Andre Iguodala pull-up. Durant with the ball, needs the screen to create some space. Ingram there trying to ice him, but he goes the other way, pulls up, and able to rattle it in. So that will bring the game back down to 16. See if the Rockets can get more of that. Here's Iggy. Both Iguodala and Durant, Golden State Warrior teammates. Iguodala throws up the three, and it'll go over the backboard and out of bounds. Here's Hart. He'll come into the game. Iggy will move to the three for Ingram. Durant in waiting on the block. We've going to see a ball reversal? We won't. Into the hands of Jarrett Allen. Interesting choice, and it doesn't work out. Rebound, Cauley Stein. Smith Jr. Here's Hart on Simmons. As you see, Iguodala and Durant were defending each other before that off-screen switch, and Iguodala knocks down the three. Now it's a 19-point game with 2:20 remaining in the third quarter. So here's Durant. It's on him here, but he keeps deferring. And the ball to Simmons. Smith into the front court now. I guess you got to apply to Iguodala holding it down here. Durant was pretty much out of that play. Even as time ran out. They didn't even want to force the ball to Iguodala. Or didn't even want to force the ball to Durant.
At the line for two.
Shooting two.
Cauley Stein's free throw makes it a 20-point game. And Durant also going to take a seat. They're not going to use him offensively while I have him in the game, you know. 21 now. And that is now the largest lead of the game, so no turnaround yet for the Rockets. If anything, it's actually gotten worse. Simmons inside, trying to force it. Able to get it off the backboard and in. Back down to 19 with a minute and a half left in the third. Gordon letting it fly. Why not? Rebound by Nance Jr. to get a second possession here. And Dennis Smith can't get that to go either. Simmons in the corner, has an opening baseline, pulls up. Iguodala's hand just enough to alter the shot. Pass ahead, Gordon. Gordon switching hands. Oh, blocked by Moreland. Fox around the Moreland screen, enough room to pull up and sinks it. Gordon with the miss. And now it's Tim Frazier getting too careless with the ball as we close out the third quarter here. Another turnover. 17-point game, 24.2 seconds remaining in the third. Iguodala bringing it up the floor. See what the Suns have drawn up. Gonna let Aaron Gordon test out his range. Shot missed, and that'll do it for the third quarter. So the Suns put more pressure on the Rockets here as the Suns make their Novato Project debut. Looking good in game one for them. We'll see if they can hang on for the victory in the fourth. We'll have more action after this. 69-52 after three.
Pace of play is a big part of tonight, okay? Make sure on the bench when we come back, we lift it. We lift it.
Welcome back to Houston. 69-52 with 12 minutes remaining in regulation. It's do or die here for the Rockets. If they lose this game, they're out of contention for the West Group final. That will certainly be between the Lakers and Suns. That game on Wednesday will just be a matter of what venue they will be playing in. Rather, it'll be Talking Stick Resort Arena, or if they will be at the Staples Center. Frazier goes inside, is able to lay the ball up and in. Been a rough night for the Rockets. 15 points for Durant as he's led the way. And behind him, Damian Lillard with 8 points. Gordon, meanwhile, he's had a rough shooting night. 3 of 14 from the field now, 1 of 6 from 3 off of that miss. 7 points to his name. But the great defensive effort from the Suns collectively, and then namely the dominance, 22 points from John Wall, more defensive excellence right here, has allowed Gordon to be able to experiment offensively in this game. 13-point deficit here. Iguodala goes up, meets Jarrett Allen and his tall 7-foot lanky self. And he'll go to the line. That's Allen's third. Andre Iguodala, the 2016 NBA Finals MVP. Or rather, 2015 Finals MVP. For the Golden State Warriors, veteran leader, staunch defender, useful role player. And he's definitely been a big part of helping the Suns today, playing for the NBA team that plays in his collegiate state. Some will remember those high-flying days at Arizona under Lute Olson. He's an exciting player to watch, and now he just likes to play the background and help his teams win. Able to get both free throws, back to a 15-point game. De'Aaron Fox inside. Not able to get the shot, even though he got it over the outstretched hands of Nance. Dennis Smith Jr. on the run has to settle for a floater with Barton waiting for him. He misses that, and Gordon's able to score. That is 9 for Aaron Gordon. Ball reversed around. Barton driving, and Sabonis a little too handsy, trying to defend the baseline. So third foul, but Sabonis will remain in the game for Phoenix. Quick inbound here, De'Aaron Fox. Simmons forces up the shot. Ahead to Nance. Oh, great transition ball movement by the Suns. And the lead is back up to 19. .21 is the largest lead for the Suns, and that looks like that's about to be replicated as Harden will go to the line. De'Aaron Fox almost went out of bounds, followed in the steps of Brandon Ingram and De'Aaron Fox. Just a mind-boggling play to see the players move into the backcourt. But Fox almost saved himself, but that pass was too errant, stolen by Harden. And now the Suns about to capitalize on that even more. Harden finally reaching double digits. So I believe it was Brandon Ingram for the Suns who made that mistake the first time, trying to get back into the backcourt, ended up stepping out of bounds. Tim Frazier, not as lanky, not nearly, still made his way to the backcourt, stepped out of bounds, and De'Aaron Fox saved himself the embarrassment, but ended up turning the ball over in a worse way, as the Suns come away with 2 points, albeit at the line. Here's Lillard driving, loses the ball in the process, ahead to Wall, 22 coming into the quarter, and the jam all over Eric Moreland. And on top of that 23-point game largest lead. As the Suns are just knocking off personal bests. Just more and more dominant as the minutes tick off of the clock. Under 9 minutes remaining. Really trying to send a message. Harden called for a second foul. But the type of dominance we're seeing in this game, this is definitely the type of defense they're going to need to take on that stacked LA Lakers roster, the same one that beat this Rockets team by 16. Now, you can't do the transitive property with sports, but you will have to believe that the Suns may have the defensive firepower to compete. The question, though, will be on offense. Barton able to knock down the first one. Of course, you have John Wall and you have James Harden as two all-stars. But in the starting lineup for the Lakers, they have four. LeBron James, Klay Thompson, Russell Westbrook, Blake Griffin. Will all of the players on the Suns be able to compete with that? Barton misses the second free throw. Pass ahead. Gordon, another open three, and he still can't get that to fall. He's going to need to get that to fall when they're back home against the Lakers on Wednesday. Green lets it fly. Put back by Jordan. 8.7 rebounds and also 4 assists for DeAndre Jordan. So he's not pulling down 20 boards like he did against the Lakers in that loss. But he's filling up the stat sheet in ways you wouldn't expect. Lillard trying to force the issue, pulls up, misses, rebound by Sabonis. 20-point game with under 8 minutes remaining, and it's not looking pretty here for the Rockets. Sabonis from the elbow. Doesn't fall. Lillard loses it on the drive, ahead to Wall. Another jam for John Wall. Green trying to work his way inside, goes up over Gordon. Put back slam by Jordan. Jordan has 10. When you think about it, he's probably the most efficient player on the team for the Rockets. Barton tried to poke the ball away, almost successful, but they were too close to the sideline, and Phoenix will retain possession. Rockets were able to muster up 100 points in their Game 1 loss. They're a long way from home on that as John Wall knocks down another tray. "17 points for Durant." So he hasn't been afraid to deliver, but the rest of his team has struggled offensively, struggled mightily. Has not been able to get past the defensive might and the hustle on the boards from the Phoenix Suns. Sabonis has been great tonight on the boards. 10 points, though, and mostly off of putbacks. Forced bounce pass back into the hands of Lillard, and he's finally able to score. Into the halfway mark here. Nance inside, pulls up, doesn't fall. Jordan another board. Ahead Durant, one-handed slam. 19-point game. Rockets trying to give the fans something to cheer about. And maybe, just maybe, one more run. We'll see if it's enough, though. Oh, there's a steal in transition for Lillard, and he's able to finish with a jam of his own. John Wall's been getting those off all night. So Lillard trying to get in one of his own before the evening's over. 26, though, for Wall compared to Lillard's 12. Just too much of a gap to make up. Ingram. Just the ball. Here's the bonus. Posting it up against DeAndre Jordan. Good luck with that. Bonus puts it up anyway. And Jordan with the rejection into the hands of Barton. Houston trying to make some moves. Oh, Gerald Green couldn't get aerial in time. Now here's Harden the other way. The floater just past Durant. And Nance can't complete the putback. 4.5 left in regulation. Durant trying to go to work here. Step back. Right at the block. Get some space off the shimmy. And he's able to score. 21 for Durant. Here's Wall. Screen from Sabonis. Pulls up on him. Oh, that one falls short. Just grazing the rim. Under 4 minutes now. Lillard lets it fly over Wall. Right into the hands of Harden. Rockets have numbers, but the Suns don't care. But the ball rolls in and out. So Wall can't extend his point total with 3.5 left in the fourth. Gerald Green to Lillard. Lillard can't get into the paint. Barton forces it over Harden. And over the backboard and out of bounds. Three minutes left here in the fourth. The starter's still out here for the Suns. Really trying to put this thing away. And then Durant with the hard foul on his former Thunder teammate.
Shooting for Phoenix, James Harden. 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
James Harden, I'm sure he's happy that he won the MVP last season, especially with the controversy when it was between Harden and Westbrook in the 2016-17 campaign. So finally got the MVP that he wanted. However, I'm sure he would like it just as much if him and his Rockets were able to get the title this year. They lose key forwards Trevor Ariza and Luke Baamute. At the same time, they bring in Carmelo Anthony, who's another offensive option. And James Ennis, a decent two-way player. And we'll see if the Rockets can make another title defense. They were a cold shooting stretch away from getting past those Warriors and getting into the NBA Finals. We'll see if the second time's the charm this season. Also of note, James Harden playing for the Suns. Played collegiately 1 season at Arizona State in suburban Tempe. 88-71, Gerald Green throws up the shot, and rebound Jordan, still going to work. 2.5 left in the fourth. Time running out here for the Rockets. If they lose, they're pretty much done and eliminated from contention for the tournament portion of this tournament. Or rather the knockout stage portion of this tournament, which is very short. Top 2 teams in each group face off against each other, and then those winners, face off on Labor Day for the Novato Project Championship. But it's still a knockout stage just the same, as it is all of the games are winner-take-all, single elimination. Barton called for the foul, so Harden going to get to the line, do what he does best, shoot free throws. Also the best at getting to the line, period. We hadn't seen a lot of that in this game. He's been rough, just rough from the field. But it looks like he's trying to make right here from the charity stripe like he usually does. That will be interesting to see against that stacked team, that stacked starting lineup that the Lakers have. A lot of those guys don't usually draw a lot of fouls. You know, they're stars. They know how to either keep from having calls, called on them, or they know how to not foul. Tend to have lower field foul rates. See if Harden, who has one of the best free throw rates in the NBA, if he can finesse that against those Lakers. All in all, should be a fun one in Phoenix, as the Suns will close out the West group. Shot goes up and in. As a matter of fact, they'll close out the group stage period. We only have one more East group game, and that'll be tomorrow in Toronto. Bulls taking on the Raptors. Durant pulls up. Ball volleyed out of bounds. Houston will keep it with under 2 minutes left. Bulls got that decisive win, though every win in the Novato Project has been decisive, admittedly. But the Bulls got the decisive win over the Nets to kick off group play. Tomorrow, we'll close out East group play with Toronto at home. They lost to Brooklyn, so they'll need to win against a tough Chicago team, coached by legendary Greg Popovich. Just under 100 seconds left in this game, and this should do it. Let's play out the string here. Starters in the game, that's the interesting thing. But I'm sure neither team has wanted to concede, especially when point differential does make a difference here in the Novato Project. But the differential has not been pretty for the Rockets. Lost by 16 in the first game, currently within 14. Underneath, Sabonis lays it up, blocked by Jordan. As I said before, DeAndre Jordan, he's still working. He's not afraid to keep working. But an illegal screen by Durant with a minute and a second left in this game. Jess Simmons coming in. Wall pushing into the front court. Been a whale of the game for John Wall. 26 points for him. See how he does against Russell Westbrook as he put the clamps on Damian Lillard for much of the game. 28 now. Now here come the reserves. DeAndre Jordan gets his own rebound off the jump shot. Durant not able to score. Rebound Harden. Ingram loses the ball, stolen by Green. Rockets just trying to make the box score look as pretty as possible, spruce it up at least a little bit, but the shot clock is off. The Rockets miss on what is likely their final offensive possession. Another 16-point loss, but this time the Rockets with the offensive power outage, only scoring 75. That is, to this point, fewest points scored in the Novato Project, and we've seen games where teams have scored 87 and 86. So that will do it here from Houston. The Rockets are out of contention for the Novato Project title in the knockout stage, while the Suns will move on and see what they can do on Wednesday when they're back at home hosting the Lakers. But until then, thank you for watching. I'm Raymond Sims. Have a good one, everyone.